Hey everyone, so today we're going to create a Spotify clone. Okay, so that is what we're going to do. So by using some of the style components and the package manager we are going to use is a yarn package manager that is we're going to use. But if you have npm, that is absolutely fine. And also if you want to use instead of style component you want to go with the normal css, that is also fine. You can do whatever you want. And also we're going to use some of the dependency and all. We just get start. Okay, so I just open my VS code. Okay, so with the help of Spotify API only we're going to create the Spotify app. Okay, I just open the command terminal. First we create the basic setup for React. Mm, so for creating that we need npx create and React app. And for the styling of the React app, I'm going to use the style components. So I don't want to waste the time in CSS. So I have some of the default Spotify style which I haven't done that. I just going to copy and paste it. But the exactly same, if you follow the step, it is going to be exactly same. So I just say Spotify dash clone, and it takes some time to install all the node modules and dependencies. Just wait for that. Okay, yeah, it is started to install. Okay, fine, it started. So I pause the video and continue after this get installed. Okay, so it takes some time. Okay, so it is done after sometimes, and everything whatever we want, everything is done. So right, we move on to the directory. I just use the next command cd Spotify clone, and moving to that directory. Right now we are in that directory. So here I just going to use the git bash terminal. I don't want this PowerShell, so I'm just going to use the git bash terminal. So here what I just going to do, I just going to add the dependencies that we going to use. I just say npm add. What are the dependencies we actually need is we need the styled components and react icons, and after that we need axios. Okay, so style components, that is used for styling the components, and that is what we're going to use for css. And react icons, some of the icons we need when we working, we are just want that for playing, pausing and all. And for axios, that is used for api calling. So that is what we're going to do. So that is successfully done. So next what we're going to do, I just going to remove all the clutter files. Okay, so we don't want this, we don't want this. Okay, just going to remove some of the files. Logo, we don't want the test.js, we don't want this, we need this. We don't want app.cs, index.css, we just don't want this one. So we just delete those things. Okay, so that's it. And go for app.js, just close the command and remove everything here. So I just use the shortcut, and here I just build hello. And next in the index.js I just go for the index.js file, and all the remove the function that we don't want. So I just remove the this one, and actually we need app.css, and that's it. And I remove all the functions here. See, open the terminal, and here we can start our function. Let's see how it is working or not. Oh, okay, We go for okay. I just install the our package manager npm install dash g yarn. So this will help us to install the package manager. So I just say yarn start. Okay, can we go with the okay. So I just right now we are in Spotify, but we need those packages in Spotify clone. So we need to move on here. I just going to okay. So what we did actually we just installed here. So actually we don't want here. So just remove this package here. So we need to move on this directly. So we forgot that. So I just say cd spotify dash clone, and the next thing here we need to add here we need to add the dependencies like style components, and we need to add the react icons, and we icon react icon, and we need the axios. Okay, so sorry for that delay. Okay, we don't want this one, this node module, and I just delete this too. Okay, okay, so inside this file only we need to add, so because that is the file we have created, so I just naming the file little bit wrong. So that is the process, and it takes some time, and after that it will be installed successfully, and after that we need to run and we need to check that. So we wait for that to run, and after that we move on to it. Don't just care about this warnings. It will install successfully after we running this code. So it happens when we installing the style components, it will throw some of the warnings and it shows some of the files are left like that. Don't care that, like it will be successfully installed. Okay, so I will resume the video after it gets installed. Okay, it is successfully installed. So the next thing is we need to start on start. Just wait for to run the script. Yeah, it is done. Now our browser, yes, starting our development server, and okay, okay, so we want to remove some of the clutter files here. So that is the problem. Where is that index.cs? It is included. Go for index.js, and we don't want this because we just removed it. Now you can see everything will be fine. So the next what we're going to do, we just want we just going to just close this, and we're just going to add the state manager to whatever the access that we are getting from the API. We need to use it. So I just going to use the use context, and I just going to create that. Okay, for that I just go for inside this src, I just create a folder, and I just intils, and inside this I just want to name two things. One is state provider.js, and here this is going to be the state provider. which we're going to manage the state and all. You're going to use the use context and reducer hook to do that. And the next things about is reducer.js. So two things, only we need that, and we need to set up the basic state provider and all. So we do that. Yes, so first we need to import the state provider and all. So I just have the default script for it. I paste it here. You can see I just import create context, whatever the package that we need to use context we need the use reducer from React, and we need to export that from create context and all. And here it is for setting the state provider and whatever the value we are giving inside, and we can able to pass it, like we can just avoid the process called props drilling, and we can able to pass wherever we want. So we're going to pass it in app.js in the index.file, so then we can use it wherever the components, maybe we can use those things. Okay, so that is the main thing. Okay, so this is all about setting the use context. I just created the basic syntax and I just create the state property and all, and we go for the reducer.js, and here we can say export const initial state equal to, first we're going to have the token, it is going to be null, and next we're going to have the const, we're just going to have the const reducer, we're just going to have the const reducer function, and here we're going to have two things. One is going to be the state and another one it's going to be the action. Okay, so I just mentioning this action, and this is a function, and we create it, and inside this we're going to have the switch. So right now we only going to put these it's actually showing whatever the thing. So we need the action dot type, action.type, and next we're going to set the default only. Okay, so we're just going to set the default. If someone calls default, just return the, sorry, return state. That's it. And next what we need to do, so everything is set, and we need to export this reducer, export reducer, actually default export, default reducer. Now head over to the index.js, and here we're going to use the state providers here. So let me just say state provider. So why we are using here, because it is we going to wrap it in a app component, so we have the access for everywhere in this child component too. So that is what we just going to do, cut, and I just paste it here, and here I just going to give the initial state. It's going to be the initial state, and we have the reducer, and here it is going to be the reducer. That's it. And you may notice that this is came automatically by using the I'm using state provider, it will come, but this initial state and reducer will not came here. So we need to import that, just importing reducer and also initial state, initial state, and I'm saving here, and it is here, it is throwing error. Okay, I think it is now fine. Okay, So that's it, and we wrapped it with this. So the reason why we are putting this uh, inside this app, because this is the main component, and inside that only all the child components going to be there, and we can able to use that. So that is the main reason. And also another thing here we use this instead of curly braces we using here this. So that is the reason it should be run immediately. So that is what we have. And okay, initial state is not found, so we need to check that. Okay, we need to check that error. Yeah, so that is a spelling mistake, we just removed that, and that's it. And in the reducer file, and we have everything is perfect. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So the next thing what we're going to do in the state provider, we're just going to add the use construct for using this. And I just say export const use state, use state provider, use context. We just set the use context, and that is going to be state context. So what is this use context is going to do? So the use context set the base context, and that is very reusable, we can use this. And this is all of the basic setup, we have completed it. We can go and check here. Okay, so it shows error here. So what we need to do, we need a user context. Okay, so this is use context, checking here, everything work fine. So that is our fine. So the next what we need to do, we need to go for the components, and we need to create some of the components, and we need to get access from the Spotify API. So we just do that. I just going to create a folder again, and I not inside the instances, inside the source. I just want to create a folder, and I just name this as components. You can go to small here, components, and inside here I just create a login dot. You can use JXX or JS, no problem here. I just use RFC. Here I can use login, no problem here. That's it. So we're just going to use this component in the app.js instead of this. I'm just using the login slash close it, and we need to import it here. Import login from components. Checking here, you can hit the login is working perfectly, right? So then we need to use the styled components. We'll see how to use that. Okay, go for login.jsx, and here import styled from style components, and here we can use a container. Okay, so what is the container is going to have? It is just going to, so it is already showing me what I want to do. Okay, so this is an extension. Okay, so but I don't want that. I just creating a container, and I just give this as a styled dot do. It's going to be the backticks. Okay, so that's it. And next thing is I just want to change those div to container. Just move this, and I just give container. That's it. Here we write the login here. I save it. Let me check it is working. Okay, so it has some errors. We need to rectify that. Container is not defined. Okay, we need to check that what happened for the styled components. Okay, again a clutter mistake. It's container, not container. Okay, it's container. Saving it over here. It's working perfectly. So that's it. We came up with the we come up with an idea, and here we're going to add some of the things. Okay, so here I just going to add the image, and we just going to have the image, and you just remove this. It's a self-closing tag, and I just add the src, and we will add src, and we will add the alt, and also we want to end this one. And after that I just going to create an button. Okay, so that button is contain connect. Okay, so that's it. Connect, we can write Spotify. Done. And we need the image. For that image we have like so much of website is available, you can get there. I just get it from my source, and I will add it here. So I just paste it here. So it's just a Spotify logo. You can get from whatever the website that you have. You can get that. They just say Spotify. That's it. I'm saving here. Go for here, and you can see it is a little big image. Okay, so that's it. We have done here. Okay, so and also you can we have the button, and here we going to style everything. So I already mentioned that here we don't going to see the styling, so I have the source, so I just going to cut and paste that. Here you can see I just copy and paste that, and just want to display. It is going to be the flex, and I'm saving this. Go here. Done. So and also we can see some of the overflows also happening here. We need to get rid that too. Okay, so that we will do it in the index.html. We can do that. Okay, so we have this app.css. We just remove all the things in here. We just remove this thing, and I save it here. Now I just go here, right, body, and I just here overflow hidden, right, and just app.cs, index.css, and here I just import app dot slash app dot css. Just saving here. Okay, so we get rid this, and we will do that later. Okay, so when we are working with, so right now it is fine. So I already said that I'm not going to work with the css. So what I did, I just used the style component, and I started styling. You can see display style and everything, image, button, everything I styled that by defaultly. Okay, so that is what I done. Okay, so that's it. Our login page is perfectly fine. And next is, if someone clicks this button, we need to do something, right? So we just inside the button, if someone click this button, so I just want this on click, and here I just going to mention that thing. It's going to be the handle click, and here we mentioned the handle click. We can name this as handle click, and I just going to check whether it is working or not. So I just create an const handle click equal to, this is going to be the function, and I just mentioning it in arrow function, and I want to check, so I just say alert login. Okay, so that is what I say. I just go here, clicking it, you can see it is working. Okay, so the next thing, I just going to remove this alert, and I just going to do whatever code we need to do. So for that we need to do several things. First we need to get the access from the API. So we just go for Spotify developers. So Spotify for developers, it is where we get those API, and after that you need to come for the dashboard. Okay, click the dashboard, and you need to come for the dashboard and make sure that you are signed in. Okay, so that is very important. And after signing in, what here it's asked for some login. You need to click the login, and you need to sign it, and I think I'm already signed it, that's why it's not asking for me. And after signing this, what we need to do, we need to get the access for API. So here I think it is Spotify web API. Come here. Okay, yeah, we need to log in. So here it is. I'm in the folder of community. Come to dashboard. Here you need to click the login, and you need to log in with your Spotify app. And here what we need to do, here we need to click the create React app. Here you need to give the app name. I just give the Spotify, and description also. This I just mention whatever the description you to give, and I just say Spotify clone. So and you need to create, I just want to accept this, and you need to create it. After creating it, you can have this client ID and shows client secret. Okay, so that is also available, and we need to change some of the settings here. Okay, so go for edit here, and here come to this, copy this local URL and come here, and in the redirect URL just paste it here and add here, and I just save it, and that's it. And here we want this client. Okay, so that's it. Now we don't want this, go for here, and here we need to mention the, we just save it in a variable, this client ID. So I just say client ID equal to, and here we mention this here. Okay, so that's it. This is our client ID, and here we're going to add the redirect URL also. So I just say const, here I just going to mention const, and here we have that redirect URL, sorry, L, and here we need to mention the local host, http double slash local host, or otherwise you just copy and paste it, no problem, or it's going to be 3000 slash, that's it. and 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 we need the const API, and here we need to give http slash slash accounts dot spotify.com, and we have the authorize, we have this authorize, that's it. We have this authorize and that's it. And next is we need the const. So what does this means? We just access this authorization, we need an authorization from the const API and all, and we going to add the scope. So what is the scope? So we have to mention that what all are the functions that we going to access. So here we need several scopes, that is very important. So that is I just going to store it in an array, and where we get the scope means go for here, and here inside this documents where we can get means, so this document we can go for the authorization, just go for Spotify content music. Okay, yeah, in this authorization we have the authorization guide, and you can see like how it is get authorization sorry authorization and all, and authorization scope is available here, you can see. And we need to access these things. So these scopes have the specific functions. For example, this is a play setup, user read play setup functions, and if I want to perform these actions, we need the scope inside our app. So that is very important. So several scopes that we need, so I just have it from that, I just going to add that, copy and pasting it. Okay, let's see what all are the scopes that available here. Okay, so I just going to copy what are the scopes here we going to add. Okay, so I just come here and I just going to paste it here, paste this. Okay, so you may think like what is this, and this is nothing but these are all the scopes that we need. Like for example, user read privates, and you can check it here, what is that. You can go here, user read playback, and we need, I just want to mention that to do this. For example, user read playback set, what it will do, it will get the user available device and it will currently playing track, it will pay that. And user modify playback set, it will do all these things, pausing a user playback, and it will seek to the current positioning of the playback, and it can resume start. If I want to do this, I need this scopes here. So okay, so that is where this everything here, you can see user read playback is added, and user read email, we need to email this, and we need to get all the things, what are these are the essential scope that we needed from the that API. So we just added everything. Okay, so next what we going to do, we after completing this, we just going to mention window dot location. So here it is going to tell me where that our site is, href equal to, we're going to set this as to API, and here we're going to add the client, and this is what the URL is going to be, and we're going to set the client underscore ID, and here it is going to be the dollar sign. Here we mentioned the client ID, what we have, client ID, and then next is going to be the redirect ID, and we need the URL scope also. Okay, I just use the autocomplete to complete it. Okay, so let I do what I explained, what I did here. Okay, I think we don't want this, right? So first it is gives for the API URL, it is going to get this API URL. Okay, so we have this API URL here, and we have the client ID, and that is going to be the client ID, and we just have this redirect URL, we get the redirect URL here, URL, and and we get the scope, and here it's going to add whatever the scope we're going to get, and we're going to have this response type, and we're going to add the token and show here. So this is very important to get the token, and if we done this wrongly, we don't have access, like we don't have the access for the token, and it will not work here. Next, and this function, so windows.location.href is a javascript function that will assign the windows locations to access it. So if right now we just go for what it will do means go for our app, and it will do compiled with errors like it's not defined and not defined, it says like this. We will check that, and maybe we done a mistake. So this is API underscore URL. So I just want to add the API underscore URL. Yeah, we changed it. Now we go for here, and now it's going to be the client ID. So client underscore ID. So I just mentioning here client underscore ID. Saving here. Go for here. Connect with Spotify. Invalid redirect URL. So we had this something called as invalid redirect URL, means that we have some problem in the authorization. We need to check this URL. We will check that. So we need to check that why it is not working. It says invalid redirect URL is not, it's invalid. So go for the redirect URL. We have the localhost 3000. We check whether what is the local host or has, it is 3001. Yes, that is the problem we have. So just remove this, and we go here. Right now go and check. If I connect this, it says yes, it is working. So that's it. We have successfully authorized this one. Okay, so app token access, if everything is perfect. After clicking this, okay, fine, give agree. So now we have the access token area here. Here you can see access token, and we will getting this. Now what we need to do by using that, we just going to do this. So let's go in the app.js, and we're going to use the use effect hook, and we're going to add the tokens and all. Okay, so I'm just going to say use effect. Here use this. Okay, so every time this page is loaded, I need to use the use effect hook, and here it is mentioning like this. Okay, and here it is going to be the empty dependency, and inside that I just going to say const hash equal to window dot location dot hash, and we say control dot log hash. Go here. Okay, so I just made a mistake for window. It is not window dot hash. Okay, go here, console, and inspect this, clicking the console, and oh, okay, clear. And now go for this, and I just ask for this to add some changes, save it, come here. Now we get the undefined. So windows dot hash, go for here, Now we get this access token. So it will just, what it will do, it will hash whatever app or that, and we now have it having this. That's it. This is what we need. Go for here. We don't want this console. Going to write a if there is a hash, const token equal to hash dot substring 1, and we can check it, console it. It will remove that it starts from the access. It remove that number sign before it. Okay, we can check it using console also. We can check it, but it will work fine, I know that. So the next, what I'm going to do, I just going to split this. I just say split with an ampersand. Okay, so and we have an array, so we need the 0th element here, and the next is dot. I just going to split again, split it with, it is going to split with equals to, and we need this the first element. So I just say console.log token to check. Go here and refresh. Okay, so we done a mistake. We will check that. Go for here, and what is the thing we missed out? We need have hash string. We have split it with this, and the first string split 0. Everything is fine. Okay, that we check it that. So actually it is working fine only. So I just remove those last index. You can get an array here. You can see this is an array. We need this one only. So that is what we also get it here. So I just go and mentioning it as 1. Now we get the access, right? So this is our access token we fetch, and here you can see that BUKO, everything is here. So that is the access token we want. So now we have this access token. So the next, what we're going to do, and we will go for the reducer.js, and we're going to define whatever thing we're going to want. So just go here. I just say constants.js. Here I just say export const reducer cases equal to, and here I just say set underscore token. Okay, set underscore token equals to set underscore token, and here that's it. It's not equal to, it is colon, and here we go for the reducer.js, and here we're going to say case. Here I just say reducer cases dot set token, we will return going to be an object, and it is going to be the state, comma, and then token action dot token. That's it. So the next is go for app.js. Here we're going to use the use state provider, use const, it is going to be the array, and we're going to destructure, and here I just say inside this we just going to add the token which is given from here, and here I just going to mention this as dispatch equal to use state provider we have, so that is going to be end function whatever. I just want to dispatch the token and I want to dispatch the, and I just want going to use this. Okay, so that's it. So now what I'm going to do after this, we say dispatch action as here. Okay, just a minute, we remove this console, we can mention dispatch, this is going to set the state, and here it is going to be an object, so I just mentioned this as object, and this is going to be an action. Here I just say reducer cases dot set underscore token, comma, token. Okay, so that's it. And here you can see our reducer case is also logged in. That's it. And here we need to add, every time we have this token you need to run this function and the dispatch is changed. That's it. Now what we will do is we will create another component, Spotify, no, not in the component that we need to create, yeah, one this only in the component only. So I just say JSX, here I just say out of scene, and that's it. And next what we're going to do, so now we created a component and that is as an spotify.jsx, and now initially come for app.js, initially the token is there, and here if the token is there then I need to run the component Spotify or else we need to run this login.js. Okay, save it, go for here. Okay, it's throw me an error, I think we made a mistake. Spotify, okay, Spotify is not defined, I think it is not automatically imported, so just want to use Spotify. So here I just say import Spotify. That's it. Now we go here. Okay, okay, okay. It's not showing what we expected. It's showing here. I think we made a mistake. Let me check it. Okay, so we have the token and we have the Spotify and we have this login. Okay, okay, okay. So let's check the okay, so I think it should be a type, not an action. Reducer key is set token. Now we check this. Yeah, we will get the Spotify. Okay, so what we did, like if it is the token is there, then the Spotify has to log in. If the token is not there, then we need to log in for just go for the login component. Now it is working perfectly, so we have done it. Okay, so the next thing what we going to do, just go for the spotify.jsx, and here we do the style components, and again I just going to import it only. Okay, so I just saying styled from style components, and here we can mention this as container, not container, con container. Okay, so inside this, and here we just going to add several things. So here we going to add the div, and here it is going to have the class name. Okay, so here it is going to have the class name, and here we are going to mention Spotify underscore. This is going to be the body. Okay, so and another thing we just going to mention is the div class name. Here it is going to be the body for the Spotify, and then next we just going to mention another div, and this is going to have the class name as the like body underscore contents. Okay, so this is for the body content, sorry, body content. Okay, so we have three divs, and after that the div we going to have the Spotify footer. So I just say Spotify footer. So I just going to create another div with class name dot, or not dot, Spotify underscore footer. That's it. The next is here we need to mention the styled. Okay, container we need to mention this one. It's give me a recommendation const container equal to styled dot div, and this is going to be the string. Okay, and we just, that's it. And next what we going to have, we just going to create another file in the components, that is going to be the sidebar jsx. Okay, so I just go for components, go for the components, creating a file name. I'm just going to name this as sidebar. Okay, so sidebar.jsx, and inside this I just mention r of c and here we go, and another file here, and here we go for the navbar.jsx. We can JS is also right, but I just mentioning JSX. Okay, then it will look the reacting perfectly. And here we go for or of C, done. And next thing is about the body we need. So I just create a body dot JSX, and okay, not here, not here. Okay, come on, move this to here, and I just to say or FC, that's it. And for body we created this or of C, and again, and this is for footer.jsx or of C. Come for the spotify.jsx again, and here we can mention all the thing we need. Sidebar, and inside the body we have the navbar, and inside this body content we add the these body this, and inside this footer content we add this footer. Okay, we add this footer. Okay, so that's it. And make sure that everything is come here or not. So we have the sidebar is there, navbar is there, but unfortunately footer will not come. So body is also not come. So I just going to import it. I just going to import the what? I just going to body import body from, yes, dot slash components, no, dot slash, it's dot slash body. And also I just want to import footer from footer. Go here, checking it. Okay, container is not defined in the line. Okay, let's check it. I think the source here we made a mistake. Every time I made the same mistake, we get this. So I have some of the styling, we can add that. Okay, so I added the styling here for body and Spotify body and for the container, and it right now it doesn't show, it is not going to show anything for you. It just to show this one, this footer.navbar like this. Okay, but that is fine. Okay, so when we add a different styling, you can see this. So right now you can see this and this, it is separated, right? So that's what we want actually. Okay, so we fine with the style. Next, and one clutter is here, like I need to check whether every name and everything is same or not, because I copy and paste it. So body, I think body should be same, and Spotify body, and it should is also same. And I just go for here body content, nothing. So only three things is I selected. One is Spotify body, and then body, and then that's it. So we need to check three things only. So Spotify body is there and content is there. So content, it's done. Spotify body we have checked, and I just replace the name with that. Initially we have the single dash, right now we add a double dash. And body body is also there, right? we have that, right? So right now we go and check it. Now this is the style we want. So this is going to be the footer element, this is going to be the sidebar, and this is going to be the navbar, and here we going to have this body. Okay, so this is the gradient we applied right now for Spotify thing, and that's it. Now we go for the sidebar and we started to style the sidebar. Okay, so I just going to use the const styled equal to, here I just going to mention the const styled equal to, what is the thing we need to mention, or not equal to, that is what, from, we need to add the style component, styled components, that's it. And we need to give the style for the components, and I need to change that to container, and I need to add that. Okay, so I just move this one, I just want to add the container, this time I write it correctly, and here I just going to mention as a sidebar, and inside this we add the const, here we add the container equal to styled dot div. That's it. Okay, so that's it we have, and I just going to change that. Okay, and I just going to add this, not only for container but also I just add whatever the thing that we're going to add. So the logo we're going to add, and the top links we're going to add, and this is the default for the container. Let me check, some changes will happen here. Okay, okay, it shows an error where, here you need to check that, we need to check that. Let's copy work here. Okay, just mention const, how I just do this. Okay, right now it's fine, right now it's fine, even though it's throwing an error where it's where that error is there. Here, done. Now if I go here, you can see some of the styling is added here, that's fine. And because we're going to add some of the things here, we're just going to add the logo, we're going to add some other things, so we need to do that. Okay, so the next we just go for the footer, and we can add the style component for the footer. Okay, so we just go for the footer.jx, and here everything is fine. And for footer, I just going to add the style components. I just want to import not styled, from style components I just say const container equal to, and here we go with the style dot div, and this is going to be the backticks. Okay, so I just add the container here, that's it. We can mention it as footer, and I just going to add the default style I'm having it, and I just, after that we create the component. Okay, come here and just add the default style that I am having right now, so I just add this, that's it. Save here, go for here, you can see some styling is added for here. Okay, so that's all for footer, that's it. So now we go for the sidebar and just started to create the class. So whatever we need means we just going to create the top links, and we just going to create for the logos, and we're going to do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, inside the container, remove the sidebar, and we're going to create so much of things. First is the div we want, and inside the div we're going to have another div, and this is div is going to have the class name of top links, this one, guys, and paste it here. And this name is going to have the class name of logo, here it is, we having this, and I just paste it here. That's it. Okay, so the next what we're going to do, we're going to have the image src, and we already have that image, so I just go and copy it from where we can copy from app.js, I think. Not app. Oh, first thing is login.js, right? So in login.js we have this image. Just copy here, come for sidebar, and this is the logo that we want. Okay, I just paste it here. That's it. That's it. And after the div, we're just going to have the ul, and here I just going to add the li, and here I just going to add the span tag, and here I just add the home. Okay, so we can mention like this. Okay, so we're going to have three LIs, so I just copy this one, just going to paste it, and just going to paste it here. So in the home we just going to have the search, and in the span here we're going to have the your library. Okay, so we want icons, so I just going to import the library from the icons. Import, and here we from react icons for iOS, and here I just mention IO library. Here I just mention the import whatever the icons we need. We need md home filled md search. That's it. And we need the from react from the react icons slash md. This is for mobile and that is for iOS. That is what we need. And here I just going to add those things. So here it is going to be md, and I just going to add the md home filled icons here, and the next is md search icons here, and for this li it is going to be io library. Okay, just check the UI. Okay, it shows modules not found. We need to check the modules, right? So it throws an error, modules not found. So just open the terminal. Okay, I think the React icon modules is not added. What we do, just go for git bash, and here I just say cd. But what is the cd is going to be? Spotify dash clone, and inside this one I add yarn add react icons, right? I just add this. Okay, we will check after we running this. Fine. Okay, so now it is working. I check it. Okay, we need to run that file. So yarn start. We'll wait for to running the script. Okay, so now the file is running. Now this one, go for here. Okay, so it is loaded. Let's click the connect.spotify. I'm agreeing with this. Okay, so now it is working. Now it is working. So this is what we need, and the icons also imported. Okay, so fine, everything is fine. So now we just go for, I think previously I imported icon. I just made the mistakes here there only. So that is the thing. Sidebar, it's then we have give every styling, because why it is come directly, because we added all the styling before itself. Okay, so now we don't need to add the styling and all. What we do next is we just go for the another position and we will start to style that. Okay, so the next is going to be the new component, that is going to be the players. So I just say players.jsx over of c, and here we will add that player jarax to the which one, sidebar. Okay, so where we need to add, before or below this. So I just add this players. Done, it is imported. No, I just import here, import players from players, right? So I will save it, go here, you can get the players. So here it is going to be the our players list is going to be here. So I'm just going to go for the players, and here we're going to add the several things. What next we will do, before doing anything we will get the playlist from the Spotify, and then we can use this. So I just going to use the use effect hook, use effect hook, sorry, it's not this one. And here we going to, before returning this, I just going to use the use effect, and here I just going to say ask the token to come here. So I just going to create with an empty dependency, and the dependency is going to be if token is there, and the dispatch, that's it. And the next thing is we're going to use the use state provider, and that is we're going to use, just say use state provider, and need to call this because this is going to give the playlist of us. And I just going to destructure this. I just say const destructuring the token. So I just going to say here two things. One is going to be the token and another one is going to be the dispatch. And we will create a function named as const get playlist data. It's just going to use the async to get those things because it is going to be an API call. So it's just going to use this, and you can use promises if you want. And also it's just going to say const response is equal to await, and here I just going to use the Axios. Just going to use the Axios. So for that we need to import Axios. Import Axios from Axios from Axios. Import Axios from Axios. And after that what we need to do is just say Axios dot get. So the API we're going to use is we just want to get it from the API call. So we go to the docs. Here inside the docs inside the docs we need to go for the web APIs here, and inside the web APIs we have the players. Where it's the players web APIs. Endpoints, where it's going to be the endpoints, response timestamp condition. We need the endpoints. Design docs, go for docs, and inside this docs just come for dashboard, and dashboard is for login. You don't want this, just go for docs, and whereas for docs references, yes, we need these references. And here inside the playlist, yeah, this is what we're going to use for the requesters to get the playlist and all the things. Okay, so here we have this players. What we need, the we need the user playlist, so that we will find in, we will have something called as get user playlist, get playlist item. Okay, so we need this one, get current user playlist. You can find it from the playlist here, and this is the URL that like this is the API call that we need to do. And also make sure that we need to pass the headers too in the Axios. So I just copy this, we just copy this one, go for the API. Here we can pause it. Okay, so pause it with an quotations. Okay, so after this just give a comma and add the headers here. Okay, so add the header, and we just going to pause the headers here, and this is going to be in another object. And what we need to pause the authorization, which we have here. And the authorization, it's going to be, we need to give this bearer, give a space, and join this with our token. And the next is going to be the content type. We need to do this. Then we need to add the content type. Content type, this is going to be application dot application slash JSON. Okay, that's it. And make sure everything is perfect, or otherwise const. Okay, so if you anything is missed out here, we will not get the proper answer. Okay, so we will lose the PHP calls. And how can I check it? So after this, we can for the get playlist data, where it is calling, we want to call here, we need to call the function here, get playlist data, get it, get playlist data. Okay, and here, that's it. And next one, here we just give a console log, and we will check that console.log. Here we give the response. We will give the response. Here you can see we made a response. Okay, save it here, and it's throwing error where the error is happening async, right? So go to this, and it says like toke. I think that auto compile toke, whereas which line we have that error? We have the error in 18th line. So here, this is going to be token. Here, go for inspect to check everything is working or not. Console, we will getting an object. So yeah, that's it. We get successfully fetched our thing. So we have our data, and we have our playlist, and you can check that the playlist that we are having items here. This is our playlist, going to be the playlist. Okay, so that's it. We go and work on it. So what we need inside the data, we have this item. Right now I think no item, only one item is there, and that is also going to be something like this. So we can destructure it, and we can check that. Okay, so how can I do that? So instead of this, I just say const items from where I want to destructure. I want to restructure from the response dot data. So where that file is there, and here I just say console dot log items. That's it, right? Go here. Now give a refresh. We will get the items. So this item we get from those objects. Okay, so that is one, that is the main thing. We are getting that. Okay, so it is working. So this is the playlist of the items. So right now in my, I think I don't have any playlist, that is why it's showing empty. Okay, so next we just going to remove the console and we will work it. If you add some playlist, it will come here. So you just say const playlist equal to, I just going to, this is going to be an array, so I just say items dot map and and here I just give two things, name and id. You will get that. Okay, so and you need to return and name and the id of it. Okay, so that's it. So we need, and now we console log the playlist to check whether it is working or not. Log the playlists. Go here, run it. like like it does gives the exactly same thing, right? Like I think we need to check it. Come here, I just say console log playlist, right? So playlist, that's it. Working fine, I think it's working fine only. Just refresh and reload it. People we getting this one. Yeah, this is the playlist actually. So I think we don't have only one playlist, that is why we have shows me the playlist of this, and this is going to be shown in the playlist list. That's it. Okay, so the next is what we going to do, and actually we need to return the name and id in the playlist. So but here we don't have, I think it is not returning, it returns yeah, here we have the name and here we have the id, right? So it is only returning that only. So that is what we need. Okay, so all other things we don't want. Okay, so now we go for the token and we will set all the things. Okay, so then we go for the constant.jx, and here we will do some of the work. So this is going to be the new type, set underscore play list. It should be the string. This is going to be the set underscore play lists. Okay, so the next we head over to the reducer.js. Here we add the new case. Case reduce. So cases dot set underscore sorry, playlist. It is going to return something. Return. Here we will add the add the state, and here after that we will add the playlist. This is going to be the action dot playlist. That's it. So initially this playlist is going to be an empty array. So people go to here and we add this playlist. It is going to be an empty array. Okay, so I think that's we have done everything for the playlist array. That's it. Go for the playlist. Here we're going to dispatch this section and we're going to add this. So how can I add in the return session? I just going to add this. Okay, and here we remove this one. The return section we're going to return we will do that. So we're going to dispatch, and here we just going to type as reducer cases dot set underscore playlist. Here I just give the playlist. Okay, so the next is that's it. That's all. Now the next what we need to do after doing this, so the use effect is done. Now inside this playlist return, here we add the playlist dot map, and that should contains name and id, and that's going to be returned, and it's going to return the li, and this li is going to have a key as id. Key is going to be id, and here we give the name. That's it. If you go and check it. Okay, so here the playlist is not defined. We will check that. So yeah, this one. Let's throw an error. Okay, the playlist is not defined. Okay, so we need to go through it. Inside this, we need to add the playlist. That's it. Check now. Clear. And now, so what is the error we have? Cannot read the properties of undefined reading maps. Okay, we will check that. Okay, so that is actually what we have here. Okay, so the problem what happened is right now we don't have like I don't destructure it, so that is what the problem happened. So now it is showing the my playlist. So if you go for your Spotify, this is going to be my playlist. I just click here and we can create the new playlist here. For example, I just going to name this new playlist as my fave. So this is the favorite, this is my what our Spotify app is. And if I save my fave as my fave Spotify app and just come to our React app, just give a refresh here or go here and connect it again. Right now it is not here. Let's I think it's new my fave. Okay, so I just created a playlist. So first we need to create a playlist. So how to create a playlist? For example, this is going to be my playlist, and I just changed my name of the playlist to like songs fave. So this is I'm changing to songs fave. Okay, now it changed. Go here, I just give a refresh. Here you can see songs page. So if you create a new playlist, it will comes here, and whatever the playlist you have in the time of creation, you can have access for that and you can use it. Okay, so this is because we are getting our informations. Okay, so that's it. So our playlist ready, and if you have more playlist, if you do the same thing, it will map through it and it will give that. I have only one playlist, and that is why we have this one. Okay, that's it. So next we're going to style, we need to style that. So for that, what we do, we need the exact style that we need in the styling. Okay, so here const, we just mentioned sorry const container, const container. Here we can give the styled dot div, and we will copy the style that we give for which one, I think sidebar. We give a style, right? So we will copy this one. This is what we need, so we will copy this one and we can add it in the players list. Okay, so we just added it in the players list, and we need to import the styled component. So I just say import styled from style components. Save it here, go for here, refresh. I think we get that. I think that's it. How can I check whether it is worked or not? We can go here and we give the color for li. Like I think we have span, like it is not that. Here like we need to use the container instead of div. That is what we need to do. Yeah, so I just remove this and I just give the container, and here I just give the container here. Now we go for here and I will check it will change the style is little bit change or not, I don't know. And now it is working, but this is not at work still now. Okay, let me check it what happens. Let me check that. Okay, styled imported styled component. uh, we will check that by giving uh, just give the color for li to green, something like this to check. Yeah, it is working. So this is because of my theme, I think that is why I think it is not working. Okay, so I just get like rim, it is not like that, so that is why it's working only. So that is what we want. So that's all. We set our playlist. Now we have the playlist. Okay, and that's it we want. And whatever the playlist you have, you can add it here. So the next what we going to do is we just going to do the next component, like we're going to work on the navbar, and we're going to work on the footer sections and body sections. Okay, okay. That is named as Spotify. I think we named this as Spotify JSX, right? Right, so here only this is going to be the main component that contains our sidebar, and here we're going to have the navbar, and here we're going to have uh, so much of things. Okay, so navbar we need the, so here we need to give the navbar and user info and all. Okay, so yeah, we will do that. So for that, here we need to start. Just first we need the use of it here. Use effect here, and here inside this we just going to use the use effect here. Use effect, just 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 like this, and without dependency I'm adding, and here it is going to be dispatch, and next token. So the state token should come from use state provider. That is, so we started to do that. Const, and I just want to destructure this token, and also we need the playlist. No, we don't want playlist here. We can copy, and that's going to be dispatch. This is going to be the dispatch, and here the next thing is where it's need to come from. Use state provider, I want to dispatch from here. That's it. And for neat we can write like this. So we have the const, we have dispatch, and we have set states dispatch as here, and use state provider is here. And whenever the dependencies like the dispatch and tokens get changed, the use of it hook has to run. That's it. So inside we write the code. Const get user info is equal to async. This is going to be the user info we're going to have, and here we just going to say we're going to want the data of the user. So I just say const data. We just want to get it from destructuring, so this is going to be data, and here I just going to use the axios dot get. So here again we need to use the API call. So before that we need to use the await function here. Okay, and make sure axios is not automatically imported. Axios, we need this, it is imported, and I need a get request. Okay, so this is the here, So we need a get request from the response for the user data, and we can go for get user playlist, get playlist, where is the user album track user. Here we have get user current profile, and this is what we need. So I just copy this one, okay, and I just add it here. That's it. So then we need to give the headers too. Okay, give a comma, and we can pause, we can get that from headers from players. We have the headers, right? So we just copy and paste this, copy and paste this one inside this, copy it and come to where we are now, Spotify, yeah, here. So inside this one we paste it, right? And right now just console the data to check whether it is working or not. Console.log the data. Okay, so now we go for here, go for get react app and check for the inspect one, go for the console. We have an array, so this is showing the data of an user. Okay, so that is what it is showing. Info, and I think we need to call that function before. Just a minute. Like we need to call this function get user info, and after logging it you will get that, you will get this. I can see, so this is the user profile, uh, about my user, and everything is here. That's it. Okay, so the next is we need to destructure it. We need the id of the user, and we need the name of the user, and make sure we have the, so we need to destructure it. We started that, let's start that. Okay, let's get start that. Go for here, and before calling this functions, so we just started to destructure the data. So here I just calling const user info, and here I just create an object so that contains user id, and that contains user id, and it contains the user id. So I need to go for data dot user, where it dot user, it is as the id. And the next is we want the user underscore name, user underscore, we go with the camel case name. This contains the data dot name. That's it. And after, and here we need to call dispatch cases, and here we set the reducer cases. Still we don't set that, but we, after doing this, we can go and set this. Type equal to reducer cases. That's it. Go for the player constraints, and we can set this, and here we can say set copy this, go for reducer.js, and here add a case, and that is used for the cases. Here we set the user data first, user info as initial value as null, and that should be changed to case. This is going to be the reducer cases dot set underscore user This is going to return something, and here what I'm going to return, just going to return the initial state triple dash dot state, and the next thing is user info, and action dot user we need to set that to action dot user info. That's it. We are done with that. Saving this, go for spotify.jsx. Here we pause all the things what we need to set there. Use case dot we just want the set underscore user, and here give a comma, and we use the user info. That's it. So we have this data is not defining thing, so that we will come up with later. Okay, so now we move on to the navbar session, and we work on the navbar. Okay, so in navbar we need to do a lot of things, because first we need to import the styled components. Import styled from the styled components. That's it. And we need to use const container equal to style.do. Okay, so the next, inside this, what we're going to do, we just going to remove this div to container. Okay, inside this, class name of search bar, like this, and vaq, let us fa. It has been imported from React icon. Okay, here we can import the fa search, ca or ch, search from, of course, from the React icons /fa. That's it. we need then another icon that is going to be the CG profile, and we can get it from the React. Here you can see what we did. We add icons slash, this is going to be CG. Okay, so here we need to get that, and here inside the div we need to give an input like this. And here we have the type equal to text. Okay, here it's going to the type is equal to text, and the placeholder we're going to have the artist or songs or podcast, like this podcast. This is going to be the placeholders, and the next thing after this div we're going to have another div that is going to be another div, the class name avatar. We're going to give a class name, and this is going to be our avatar. Okay, so inside this we're going to have an href tag. We're going to have the href tag, and this is going to have nothing now. Okay, and we're going to close this tag, and inside this we're going to give the CG icon. We just get CG profile. Okay, so we made a mistake. This is not something CG profile, it's CG profile. It's CG profile. Okay, so the next thing is we need to give the span, and here we're going to pass the user info. Here we're going to pass the span, and here we're going to use that, and I just say span, and here we just going to pass the user dot in, not useReducer, come on. Going to pass the user info. If it is there, we need to pause. It is there. Span user. Dot name user info dot name. That's it, and that's it for now. Okay, so we have settled that. Now next is we need the state provider. So where is Spotify? Two things now we need: Spotify and navbar. Sidebar is done, and player list we post this. Go for Spotify, and here take this, copy this, come here, paste it here. We don't want this dispatch token and nothing. Here what we need is user info, and we go for and check it. Okay, we need first user state provider is not defined, so we need to import it. Import, go for Spotify, take this, paste it here. Okay, so what is the next error we have? Data is not defined, and icon cd cannot resolve icons.cd. What is cdi? It's cg, right? Okay, it's CG, sorry for that. Go for now. Okay, so data is not defining. Go for Spotify, and this is the error, we already know it. Okay, so what is the problem here we have is like, so this data is not defining. So what the mistake we have done is it's need to come inside the function. So that is what we need to do, but we make a mistake here. So this thing, catch it, come here, paste it here. So this is the thing we need to do. Save it, go here. Yeah, we will get at the style. We will see the here it is done, and the logo, everything is done, and icon with the person name, my name, that is we get, and class name. And I just made a mistake here also, I need to go and change that too. Okay, where the class name, we mentioned the class name navbar, I think, at small case here you can see. Yeah, I need this. Now I go refresh this, that's it. So we can do several things bit later. Okay, that's it, we have got it, and we need to align that item, and then we need to add the playlist of the item. So that's all we want to do now. Sure, we will do that. Okay, yeah, so we will add the style for also. So I have one, I just going to copy and paste it for the style here. Okay, okay, so let's do that. So I just have the styling, I just remove this, and I just paste my styling here. Let's now go here. Yeah, it's pretty good, but some of them are not worked, we need to check that. Okay, so for example, the avatar is not working, I think avatar, and we need to check everything is working perfect or not. Search bar, we go for here, search bar is perfect, and go for avatar. Here you can see I mentioned something like Hakata. Okay, so I just rename this as avatar, right? Go here, we got at that. Okay, so next it's going to be the body, we need to focus, and we need to come up with the whole songs and playlist that going to display here, and that's what we need to do. If we done that, we will complete very soon, pretty soon we just going to complete that. Okay, we will see that. Sure, that is what we're going to see the next thing. Hey everyone, so we left with the now bar section. So right now we're going to work with the body section. So in the body section, I just had the basic things, nothing but special. I just imported the style, and we need this icon. So I just imported it, and we have the use state module, and we just open the use effect hook and the token, and we have the body and the template. That's it. That is what we have done. So the next what we're going to do, so we just going to get a playlist. Okay, so to show it in our thing, so I just right now I just have only one playlist, nothing more songs, now more songs there. So I just go for my normal Spotify. Okay, so I just log into the Spotify, and I just trying to log in. Come on, logging in into the Spotify, and this is going to be my favorite, and all other playlists are right now I created, but the API that we actually have is having only access to this playlist. Okay, so inside this fave song we have this is as the playlist we have. So here you can see this one, right? So each playlist has a different thing, so we need to copy this. Okay, so make sure that when you work with the Spotify API, you just create some more playlists, then it will be good for you, because right now you can see I get only one playlist. The reason is and that's what I have, so that is the reason. Okay, okay, so after copying this, we move on to the reducer. Here as selected, here we mentioned this as selected play list id as and we can paste the id here because that is only one I having, but make sure that you are working with me, you just having some other things. Okay, that is very important. And so next we move on to the body, and after we write the cases, so I'm just going to say token, and here we get the selected. We just copy and paste it to avoid the spellings. Go for the reducer, and whatever we want, name this as selected id. Copy this, come for body. I just remove all other things. Okay, okay, so and I just paste it here, and this is also we want. And when we come for the, this is the function we created for get the initial state. Here we write const response equal to await axios dot get. And to get the playlist we need something. So we just go for the developer tools and we will check that. We go for Spotify developers, go here, and go for the docs web reference. For the docs we just go here, and here you go for a playlist. You get the get playlist, and you can see this one, and this is what we want. Okay, so this is the playlist that we want, so we just here just go for and instead of this playlist id we just going to use the selected playlist id. That's it, what we want to do, we do that. Okay, so what we can do, we just remove this, and we can use the template literal to add the selected playlist. Okay, where is the selected playlist? Here, add to the id and inside the playlist because we want that one. And after that, so the next what we're going to do, we're just going to copy the header and we're going to paste it here. And I think we have it in the Spotify. I just going to copy this, just going to copy this, and I just come to the body, and we need to pause, we need to paste it in, we need to paste it in here. Okay, I just want to paste it here. That's it. I think we have done the essential part. We don't want this curly braces. Be careful when you are doing copy and pasting, very important. Okay, it may cause some of the errors. Okay, right now it's throwing error, I need to figure out that. Okay, so before, just remove this, and right now also it is throwing error. The reason is this one, right now it is not throwing error. So we go for sporty and we just copy the header part. Okay, so that is responsible till here. Just copy the after comma thing, and I come here and I just paste it here. Okay, we will get it right. Just remove the this one, and we will remove here. Till here it is fine. Okay, so the next is we just going to console log and we can check that whether it is coming or not. Console, and we're going to console log the response to check whether it is working or not. So this is the response we getting. So where the response is ending, the response is ending here before that, and we just say console.log response, and I'm saving this. Go for the console, go for the song, go for the song that we need. Response is not defined, and which means I'm not in the correct place. So where is the response is starting, and inside this function we need to tell, and I think we need to cut, and I just want to tell the response before this. Yeah, I think this is the correct place. Go for here, click for the inspect, and I just try to console log it. Go and see. There is no response. Yeah, here we get an error like Fremoji, no access control, playlist, error failed, and it throws some errors like this. Let me check what happening. Okay, okay, access control allow. Okay, what I do, I just go for the beginning and we try to log in to check whether a token is expired or not. Now it is fine only. So what is happening? So we need to call the function. Yeah, we just call the function, try it, save it, come here again, and now it shows me Axios failed. Let me check that. What happening? Okay, so I made a blender mistake. Here we need to give the backticks to activate the thing, and now I go for here, refresh. Yeah, now we get the data. Just refresh here, reload the page. Here we can get the status code of the data, and here we getting so much of things like config data, and this is going to be the playlist API call, and we're going to work on this. Okay, so here the main thing is we need to focus on the items that we have inside the data. I think primary images, external things, we have request loaded. There is the item. Just check the item where it is there, and I think item it is inside item. It is inside the data, and inside the data we have tracks. Inside the track we have the item. So as of now I have only one item, so that is what which is present in my fave song. I have had this the So My Kadavai song, so that is what I added. Let me try to add more item. Like we try to add here more item. Let me check. I think it is not work because we need to add before we getting the APIs and all. Let me check it. Now I go for the data and go for data, checking for the item called image track. Here is the track. Yeah, actually we are getting. So right now you can see all the songs are added. Oops, finally we added some of the songs here. Okay, so and we add some of the other songs also as much as we want. Okay, I'm going to delete this data. Oh, sorry. So it started to play. Sorry. Okay, so that's it. And you can see now we get so much of items. I just go here, data, work with the data, and go for tracks. In the tracks we have the items, around 23 items are there. Let's check how many playlists, how many songs I have. So I think I have the 23, so we get around 23 songs. Okay, so that's it. So now we work on the body and we will just do it. Okay, so we want what we need means we go for here, we need the response dot data dot track to check for this, and undefined, we go for sorry, data. So inside the data we have so much of things. We need this id in this image, and we need this track that's going to play. So we will go and work on that. Here we just go and write it. Remove this. Const selected playlist equal to const selected playlist playlist equal to, and it is going to have this one, and it is going to have an id, and here we're going to call this from response dot data dot id to get this, and here it is going to be the name, and this is going to come from response dot data.name, and the next thing what we need the description, and we're going to get it from the response dot data dot description. That's it. And we go with starts with, and this is going to be a method. If it is going to be an sometimes it has some anchor tag link, so we need to avoid that. If it is going to have something the anchor tag like this, then I just want to avoid this. So that is what I just going to say. If it is anchor tag, then I just want to, if it starts with a, so then I just want to do nothing, and I just want to give an empty string. Okay, so and next, if it is not there, if it is the response for data is not start with that, then I want to do like response dot data dot description response dot data dot description. I think I spelled it correct. Yeah, I just spelled it correct. That's it. So if it is anchor tag, I just want to pass an empty string. If it is not that, we need to do that. Okay, that's it. And we need the image, and this is comes from response dot data dot image from zeroth index dot url, and we need the tracks response dot data, not yeah, data dot tracks dot items, and we need to map the item. I need to map the item, and here I just say I just want to destructure the tracks, and here I just going to add a function, and inside the function I just going to say id is equal to track dot id, and then next I just going to say name equal to track dot name, and next what I going to do, I just going to add artist equal to artist, this is equal to the track dot artist dot map, and here it is going to have some of the things that we need to map here, and we need to log it, and like that we have so much of things to log it. Okay, so it's throwing error. We want to check that. Okay, so because we need to wrap this inside 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 the, not here, starting here, and we need to This is the standing, and here I just want to end this. I think fine. Okay, so we have track, we have the artist, and inside the artist, this is I now want to map. So here it is going to be, here it is going to be what it's going to be means. It's just going to be an images there, and that is going to be an array. I need the second URL, and I just want the URL second one. So the index second one. So the next it's going to be the image. Here I just want to give the track dot album dot. I think we made a mistake. Okay, so here we need to map it. So for image only we need this. So for artist we need to map. I just get a little bit confused. So artist, or a or artist, and this is going to be artist artist dot name. That's it. And for artist for name, that's it. Oops, it's just changed. And a couple of things we needed. What I do, I just add these things from the previous file. That's file convenient. Actually these are the things that we needed, and after that we just console log it, console.log, and we will check everything is working or not. Here what is going to be the console is going to be, where I'm logging in the wrong place. Here it is a function, just cut it, and here we need to log the selected 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 playlists, and I just go for my browser. Okay, track is not defined, it's throwing me an error. That is what we need to go through it. We will check that what happened here. Tracks, but I had track, I think. Where here you can see I just add the tracks, just add the track. Now it works fine. Yeah, we know the line is not defined, selected playlist is not defined. So we need to, where I'm added selected playlist. Okay, I think I made a spelling mistake. Let me list, not list. Okay, so refresh, clear, run, and it say cannot read the property of undefined, null, get initial state. Okay, so I don't get the selected playlist. Selected playlist is not there. Let me check it, what happening. So it's tray me like 25th line, it's not readable. So what is the 25th line we have is what is the error it's throwing? Error, it's cannot read the property of undefined, reading 0, get initial state. In promises it's saying in promises we are not able to add. I think we added this one. Let's check it that. Okay, we got it. So some of the, like, when pausing the data, some of the things here we missed out, so I find it out and we got it here. So this is the song, and this is going to be the tracks. This is going to have all the details about the tracks and everything. Here it is. Okay, so the next what we're going to do, so this is the playlist, and the tracks is going to be all the tracks that I think 23, 22. The count is 23, so the index is 22. Okay, we have access to it and we need to do this. And now we just save this to a state by telling remove this, and we can say dispatch. Here it's going to be the type, just going to set those type. Okay, just a minute. Okay, we're going to set those type. Yeah. mm, okay, so the type is going to be the reducer cases, reducer cases dot set underscore play playlist, not playlists. We need the set playlist. You just copy it, go for the reducer. Here we add the set playlist. Now here this is playlist and this is playlist. Make sure we are doing the that. And here next, after doing this, we go for the reducer. It's throwing an error where set underscore playlist. Okay, set underscore playlist. Okay, so it is throwing. Okay, so here we missed the comma. Fine, now it's fine. Go for reducer and we will set the initial state and come up to here. Here we go. Sorry, selected play list, and here we go for name this as the initial state of the playlist is going to be the null, and come to the cases. And the reducer case for set playlist. Okay, sorry, set underscore playlist, and here we're going to return string. This is going to be the state, and here what I'm going to return, we need to return the selected playlist. Action dot selected playlist. So I think we've done it. That's it. Reducer case, set playlist, return state, selector, and that's it. We have done it. Return selected playlist, and made a mistake. Selector. This is going to be selector, and here it is also going to be selector. Okay. Here we get started dispatching. We pause the selected playlist. And also one more thing is here in the dependencies, I just going to add the selected playlist ID. So whenever the IDs is also changed, we need to call the functions. We need to run the useEffect hook. So we need to add the selected playlist in the top of it. So remove, just go selected playlist ID is also needed. ID is already there, list is needed. And here we're going to use everything here. And selected playlist is there. It is not going to be null. And I just want to run a component. And here I just going to add do do, and here we add several things. The do, we add the class name as playlist because I need to be careful in adding this thing because without this the styling will not come. So that is why. And I just add a do. I just say name class name, and this is going to be here. And here we add the image for getting the image from the tag. And after inside this image, and really I want to add this image img, and I just want to associate, and I just want to selected playlist dot image. Okay, so this is what I want, and I need to put the alt. This is going to be the not here, we can just say selected playlist. That's it, and I just want to close the function. That's it. Okay, so the next, and after here I just want the detail, so I just say do, and here we need to give the class details, and here we give a span. Here we can give the span tag. Okay, so inside the span tag we will give a class name. We go for class name. Here we give the class name, and here we this is going to be the type, which type, and here I just say play. It is going to be the playlist, and the next it's going to have an h1. This is going to have an h1 tag, and here it is going to have a class name, and I just want to give the h1 tag class name as title, and here I just destructure and use the selected playlist, and selected playlist dot playlist name of that playlist. And then next I just want to add an paragraph tag, and here I just want to add the class name, and here it is going to be the description, and inside this it is going to be selected playlist dot description. Just go and let's check whether everything is working or not. Okay, it is not there. I think we missed out. We have errors, or my network. Oh, it is loading. I want to check. Okay, so it is not compiling. I think go for my terminal. Still it's not compiling. I think I need to check the bandwidth of my network. It is perfect only. Okay, so let us check it again. Okay, we will try to go here, come here, just delete all the bash, and I just create a new bash. Here I just call yarn start. Let me check it again. What is happening? Okay, I remove it. Okay, here you can notice it is login 3000, but I don't want 3000. Selected playlist is not defined. Okay, we will check that. We will check it later. But another thing here is I just go for, I don't want that should be logged in there. Yarn start, because now it will ask me to yes it will go for 3001 port, and actually 3001 is actually we need. I just click here, agree with the terms. After authorization it throws some error, it's not a problem, but before it should not throw. Okay, it is not throwing any error, but our work is also not added. Here our track is not added. Here you can see nothing is added. Okay, so till now we have added that, right? But nothing is added. Connecting with the Spotify, just go for console, just agree the terms and condition. And since there is no error, let I make some error purposely. Let me check it like this. Going here, yeah, it's throwing an error that selected playlist is not defined. Now only we got the error. Okay, we will check that 54 image, 54th line where. Okay, so here it is showing selected playlist is not available, but everything is same, right? So selected playlist dot name, selected playlist dot image, and here we can see. Okay, so I think if it is true, then it is going to work. I think in my case it is not satisfied. Let me check that. Okay, so we just find the error. So that is that we made a mistake, like we give a small l here but we mentioned capital L all over the board. So that is the thing. So after giving this thing we get our you can see this is the image of our playlist, and here you can see the playlist title and playlist descriptions. So everything is here. So the next is what we need to do. We need to give the style, and we need to fetch all the essential things that we need for our playlist. So I'm just going to copy and paste it, the same thing how we work, how we get all the things. That is the thing that we're going to do. So just get copy and paste the thing, you will understand that. Okay, the same process. Yeah, that's it. I just copy paste it, the same like everything we need this, we just paste it, and that's it we need to do. And I just go for the thing. So after pasting this, and this is the outlook we have, and this is the app application that we have. Nothing special what we do for the same thing, how to get the image and all the same thing what we do. We just get all the, like, whatever the tracks, selected IDs and album we have done, we will just look into it and we will fetch into here. Okay, so like the title, and we use some of the column space, the basis HTML that you need to do. And after you done this, you can get an output this. After you just mix this, and you can get an output this. And this is something that we have been fetched, and this has been used. And we can also add the trackpad. If someone clicks this, the playing will shoot to go, and we can add that too. It's very easy only after completing this application we can use this. Okay, so this is the final output of Spotify. I hope that you will take the session, and this will not go with the entire Spotify app, but the beginning is very important and it will covers everything that you need to follow. That's it for now. We will see you. And also in the footer session also we have covered some of the volume increase button that we have had, and I hope that this will really helpful for you. Okay, see you in another React apps. Bye.